Hey guys, let's get started here in Sukhasana or easy seat. Cross your legs at your ankles, sit up nice and tall. Take a few slow, deep breaths. On your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead, big stretch. And then find a seated forward fold, hinging at your hips. Reach those fingertips towards the front of the room. Press into the pads of your fingers. Lift your shoulders up and out, pressing your sit bones back down onto your mat. Breathing in slow. Exhaling slow. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And bring your arms down by your sides. Go ahead and lean back and switch out your feet. Cross the opposite foot in front. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Same thing here, pressing into the pads of your fingers, big stretch to your shoulders. Send those sit bones down onto your mat. On your next inhale, reach your arms back up overhead, big stretch. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Let's go ahead and turn into a tabletop here. Tops of your feet down on your mat. Hips are stacked over your knees, shoulders over your wrists. Long line of energy from the crown of your head to your tailbone. We'll move through a few cat-cows. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Moving slow, inhale, press forward for cow. Exhale, press back, separate your shoulders for cat. Keep moving, keep breathing. One breath, one movement. On your next inhale, let's return back to a neutral tabletop. Find your balance here and reach your right arm towards the front of the room. Your left heel lifts towards the back of the room. Toes point down towards the floor. Finding your balance, engage your core. Tuck your belly to your spine, look down for balance. Challenge yourself by looking forward. On your exhale, go ahead and release your hand and foot back down to your mat. Inhale, left arm reaches forward, right toes reach back. Stretching this if you're pulling in opposite directions from your hand to your foot. Toes point down. And exhale, release. Bring your hand and your knee back down to your mat. Let's go ahead and turn your fingertips back towards your knees, finding that stretch in your forearm and your wrists. Maybe making a small circle one direction and then the other. Just changing the weight front to back. Warming up those wrists. Good. And go ahead and sit back on your heels. Tuck all 10 toes under, sitting up nice and tall. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms away from your body and up towards the ceiling. Big side body stretch over to the right and over to the left. Stretching up and out of your hip towards your fingertips, towards the ceiling. Moving slowly with the breath, one direction and then the other. Go ahead and release your hands back down and press forward into your tabletop. Your toes are already tucked, just lift your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you're feeling tight in your hamstrings, just bend one knee, then the other. Starting to walk your dog, lowering your heels closer to the floor. We're going to shift forward here to a high plank. And then exhale, shoot those hips up and back. We're going to do that a few times here. Up on your toes, high plank. Exhale, heels down, hips up, down dog. Go ahead and do just a few more. High plank, down dog, up onto your toes. Make sure you're breathing. Good. One more high plank here. Shift forward to your toes. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down to the floor. Untuck your toes. Hands are by your ribs. On your inhale, lift your chest up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Another time, lift up, little to no weight in your palms. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Stay lifted here. Really press the tops of your feet down into your mat. Lift your heart up as high as you can go. Still little to no weight in your palms. You can even lift your palms up off of your mat. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, engaging your back. And exhale, lower back down. From here, really press into your palms, lifting all the way, upward facing dog. Thighs and knees are lifted. And exhale, down dog. Again, start to pedal out your dog, bending into one knee, then the other. Continue to warm up the backs of your legs. Sending your heels closer to the floor, hips are up high, finding steadiness. Shift forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way down to your belly. This time, go ahead and reach your arms forward to the front of the room. Pinkies down on the floor, thumbs point up. Okay, top of your feet are down on your mat. Inhale, lift your body up, hands and feet up off your mat as high as they can go. Exhale to release. Inhale, lift up, everything lifts up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Working that backside body. Inhale, lift it up. Hold it here. Now take your arms out to a T or out to a goalpost if you don't have space. Lift, lift, lift your body up. Go ahead and place your hands down by the sides of your ribs, lifting into an upward facing dog. Thighs and knees are lifted. Really press into those palms. Exhale, down dog. Now from here, go ahead and bend your knees. Look between your palms. Exhale, travel to the top of your space, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach those arms up. Exhale, hands come into heart center. Inhale, sweep them up one more time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step or hop back, high plank, chaturanga when you're ready. Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. We'll move through the Sun A series a few more times. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, travel. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sweep them up. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop back, high plank. Flow through your vinyasa and meet in down dog. Good. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, travel, hop, step, or walk. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant, step back. Inhale, shift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale for your up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, travel. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come into heart center, and go ahead and take a big step back with your left foot. Good. Go ahead and facing the side of your mat here. Tee out your arms. Go ahead and turn the toes on your right foot towards the front of your mat. And take a big bend right into a warrior two here. Now we're gonna hold this warrior two. Make sure you look down and you can see your front big toe. Take that right knee and press that open so you can see. Heart is right over your hips here. If you're leaning forward, see if you can send that weight back. Gaze is out over your front middle finger. Hands are in line with your shoulders. Really starting to work those legs here. Now, if you're still standing up right here, take that big bend in the knee. Really press your feet away from each other like you're trying to rip the mat apart. Take up space here. I'm standing tall, growing tall from the crown of your head. Now we'll go ahead and start to straighten through that front leg as much as you can. Maybe take a little micro bend if you feel any pinching or pulling. Moving into triangle, reach your hands towards the front of your mat. Bumping those hips back, then go ahead and release your hand down to your shin or to the floor. Remember not to roll those shoulders over, but rather reaching up tall, like your back is flat against your partner or your back is flat against the wall. Now let your hand hover here. You don't want to press your hand into your shin, pressing your knee backwards. Top hand is lifted up and out. Try not to reach behind you, but rather reaching towards the ceiling. Good. Remember to keep breathing. Now, if you want to challenge your balance here, you can gaze up towards the ceiling. Or if you need to find steadiness, look down towards the floor. Now go ahead and take that top hand and rotate it all the way through, both of your hands touching the floor, and walk your hands to the center of your mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Go ahead and let your body hang heavy here. Give those legs a little break. I'll go ahead and put your hands down on the floor, palms on the floor. Flat back here if you can. Now from here, with your palms pressed into the floor, lift your toes up. Good, shift your weight forward. Now, exhale, lift up your heels. Inhale, shift back, lift your toes. Exhale, shift forward, lift your heels. Breathe and move. Each breath, one movement. Lift your heels. Send your weight back, lift your toes. Shift forward, lift your heels. Good, lift your toes. Exhale, lift your heels. Hold it here. Keep those heels up off of the ground. And exhale, release. Good. Take a moment, breathe in. Bring your hands to your hips and rise up flat back, standing. Now we'll go ahead and rotate towards the back of your mat. Finding that warrior two, turn your toes towards the back. Big bend in that front knee. Okay. Knee is aligned over your heel. Take a look down so you can see your toe on your left foot. Heart over hips here, lean your weight back. Gaze is out over your middle finger. Again, pressing those feet away from one another, creating more space. Really start to feel those legs working now. Now from here, we'll start to straighten that left leg. Reach your fingertips towards the back of your mat. Bump the hip back. Exhale, triangle. Left hand comes down to the shin or to the floor. Don't roll your shoulders open. Right arm reaches up to the sky. You can even take that left hand to your hip and open up your hips, reaching from the floor to the ceiling. Now, if you're feeling a little pinching or pulling in the back of your left knee from your knee hyperextending, go ahead and take a tiny little micro bend here to avoid any damage. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, rotate your hands all the way down to the floor, wide-legged fold. Let your body hang heavy. And we're gonna move into Skandasana towards the front of your mat now. So if you wanna stay lifted here, you feel that stretch on your inner thigh, go ahead and stay lifted. Or you can bring your weight all the way down onto your heel. Toes on your left foot can come up. Now we're going to add in a little side body stretch here. If you want to take your right hand to the outside of your right leg, go ahead and reach that left arm up and over. Big side body stretch. Good. Go ahead and bring that hand back to heart center, and we'll Skandasana back to the back side of your mat. Low lunge. Either stay lifted or come down onto your heel. Good. Same thing here. Big side body stretch. Reach up and over. Stay here. Take a big deep breath in. And exhale, rotate your hands back down to the floor. Hips are lifted, wide-legged fold. Go ahead and start to walk your feet in a little bit closer together. And then we're going to go ahead and lower all the way down, Malasana squat, bringing your elbows to your inner thighs or knees. Hands into heart center and press those elbows away from one another. Big stretch here. Now go ahead and cross your thumbs over and press your palms towards the front of the room and then reach them up high to the sky. Now we're going to lift off our heels 3 inches. Hold that. Breathe. I'm going to lift up 3 more inches right here and hold. Good. Big squat here. 1 more time. Lift up 3 more inches right here. Not all the way up yet. Hold that right here. Take a deep breath. Good. Now go ahead and come all the way up to standing. Exhale. Hands come back down by your sides. Okay, go ahead and come back to the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Now on your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, sink down, chair legs. Good, sink down real low here. We're going to come all the way down into boat pose. 3, 2, 1. Lean back, feet come up. Reach your hands towards the front of the room. We're going to hold it here and then come all the way down onto your back. Lay flat. And then inhale, pike up. Good. Exhale, come on back. Inhale, reach up. Back to boat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach up. Good. Now, if you can, stand up without putting your hands on the floor, right back into chair pose. We're going to flow through a variation of Sun B. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high plank. Shift forward to your toes. Chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog. Exhale for your down dog. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step through low lunge. Inhale, high crescent, sink low, heel over toes. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Flow through your vinyasa. Meet in down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high crescent, sink low. Good. Exhale, plant your palms, step back. Shift forward to your toes. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, thighs and knees are lifted. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel. Inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms up, sink your hips nice and low. Stay here and breathe. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step back. Shift forward, chaturanga, hover. Good, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Now we're going to go through this a few more times. Take a breath in your down dog. When you're ready, inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, plant your palms, step back. Vinyasa. And meet in down dog. We're going to move fast here. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, plant your palms, step back. Inhale, shift. Exhale, hover. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, travel. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips low, biceps by your ears, palms face in. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back, high plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a big breath in and a big breath out. Bend your knees, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. One more time. We got this here. Sink low. Exhale, lower all the way down, boat pose. Hold it here. All the way down onto your back. Inhale, lift up, boat pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach up. Stand up, no touching the floor. Come right back into chair pose. Good job. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Flow through a vinyasa. And meet in down dog when you're done. Now from here, inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg high, step it through. Inhale, reach up, high crescent. Exhale, plant your palms, step back. Inhale, shift forward. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Go ahead and inhale your right leg high, step it through, and then rotate your body towards the side of your mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Now from here, you're going to go ahead and plant your right hand down on your mat, right under your nose. And you're going to bring your left hand to your hip, keeping your hips square to the floor. Start to rotate those shoulders towards the back wall. And once you get those shoulders rotated, hips are square, go ahead and bring your arm straight out to the side. Good. Twisting only from your belly. Try not to open up those hips. Good. Go ahead and release your hands back down to the floor. Now we'll go ahead and plant that left hand right under your nose. Right hand comes to your hip. Hips stay square to the floor. Rotate those shoulders towards the front of the room. Then that right arm comes straight out to the side. Straight out from your shoulder. Good. Keep those hips square. And exhale, release. Take a moment here, hang out here in your fold. And start to crawl your hands back to the front of the room. Step back, high plank. Shift forward, come all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Moving into skydiver, goalpost out your arms and bend your knees, soles of your feet up to the ceiling. On your inhale, you're going to lift your arms and legs, your torso, lift everything up off your mat. And exhale, release. Keep your knees bent. Inhale, lift everything up. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Lift, lift, lift. Keep holding here. Go ahead and bend your heels closer towards your glutes and then reach around and try and find your feet. On your inhale, go ahead and lift up a little bit more, kicking into those hands. Floor bow. You may feel a gentle rock forward and back with each breath. Keep kicking into those hands. Big back bend here. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and slowly let go of your feet. Let everything come down. Maybe you want to bend your knees and take a little windshield wipers with your legs. Good. Let your feet come down to the floor. Press back, big toes into touch, knees out wider than your hips. Press back into your child's pose. Forehead down onto your mat. Good. We finished the cardio portion. We finished our core section. We're going to go ahead and slide forward onto your sit bones and then come all the way down onto your spine. Keeping your knees bent, soles of your feet on the floor. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Press that knee away from your body for reclined pigeon today. Option to grab on to the front of your left shin or the back of your left thigh, pulling that leg in nice and close. Right elbow can go into the right knee, pressing the knee away from the body, helping to increase that stretch on your right hip. One of my favorite stretches, especially after a big cardio day. I'll go ahead and uncross your feet, lower them both back down. And then we'll switch it out to the other side. Left ankle over your right knee and grab onto the front of your shin or the back of your thigh, pulling that leg in close. Flexing both your feet helps protect the knee joints. Oh, slowly lower your feet back down. Knees are going to stay bent. Go ahead and hug your knees in one more time. And from here, we're going to move into our supine twist. Tee out or goal post your arms as you lower your knees down to the right side. You may want to bump your hips over so you can stack your hips. Legs are going to stay in close to your body for that compression to your low belly. And you can either gaze up at the ceiling or in the opposite direction of your twist. Take a moment to rinse out, twist out those internal organs. And inhale, bring your legs back up to center. Big squeeze one more time. And when you're ready, supine twist on the left side. Tee out or goal post your arms, looking in the opposite direction of your twist. Now go ahead and lift those legs back through center. One final squeeze. And go ahead and grab the inside or outside edges of your feet, bringing those knees in towards your side body, finding a little rock side to side in our happy baby. And when you're ready, we'll meet in our final resting Shavasana. Extend your legs out long in front of you. Let your feet fall apart. Gently tuck those shoulder blades underneath your back. Palms face up to receive energy today, or palms face down to feel grounded. Go ahead and close your eyes. Start to bring some movement back to your body, gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Circle out your wrists and your ankles and take a big stretch. And when you're ready, roll to your right or left side, resting your head on your arm. When you feel ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat, crossing your legs at your ankles. Bring your hands into heart center and close your eyes. The light, the love in me honors the light, the love in all of you. Namaste.